Yeah, guys, it's starting to heat up. It's got to be a RICO in what's going on in Minnesota and what's going on nationwide. This is not about Democrat, Republican, okay? This is not about Democrat, Republican, all right? This is about our tax dollars being used to benefit other countries. And like this Somalian stuff is not as clear as what they're making it, right? They're making you think it's all Tim Waltz. All of this shit started back in the 90s with the whole Black Hawk Down story, right? Where we were picking sides in Somalia and we picked tribes and they've sent their people over here for cheap labor and they've, I guess you can say, been successful. I mean, how does Ilhan Omar as a congressman, like $100,000 a year salary? Now this year she's worth $30 million. I'm not here to ask questions. I'm just here to put it in front of you and to give you some critical thinking points on this, because this shit is insane. And it's like they're trying to make it like blue versus red, and it's like that's not what it is. It's never been what it is, if you want my honest opinion. So it's kind of impressive. Let's just dive into it. But before you do, I'm DJ Rose UN. Please go subscribe, like this video, like the other videos. I'm releasing these little mini documentaries at least once a week. And other than that, I'm just going to be doing reaction to what's going on in the world. So let's see.
And a Fox News alert also in Minnesota. The convicted ringleader of one of the state's biggest fraud schemes is speaking to Fox News from behind bars. Now, she believes that the scam was no surprise to local Democratic leaders, and she's naming names. She spoke to Alexis McAdams. Hi, Alexis.
Hey, Dana. Yeah, so everywhere you look in the state of Minnesota, right, there seems to be another fraud scam. So this one involves Amy Bach. She's a Minnesota woman convicted of fraud for taking taxpayer money that was meant to feed hungry kids.
I've never understood this, so answer me this. They're like, we need $90 billion to feed all these children in Minnesota. It's like, is Minnesota just basically become Somalia? So it's like the Arms of the Angel commercials. Like, we just got to like send a penny to help a Minnesota kid. Get out of here, dude. Lock them all up, man. I'm so tired of this shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. This right here pisses me off more than even the border crisis. The fact that these people can make billions of dollars, smuggle it through airports, and nobody says anything. Let's continue. Whatever.
What she says kept giving scammers your taxpayer money even after they were flagged as fraudsters.
I have to believe that the governor's office and Keith Ellison's office were aware of this. They've said they were involved in helping the FBI. They've said they were made aware. But apparently I'm scary, so they couldn't do anything.
Really? Say, congratulations, you played yourself.
Nonprofit called Feeding Our Future. You might have heard of it. It was one of dozens convicted in this $250 million scam. You can see her mugshot there. Prosecutors say this group set up sham restaurants.
$20 million? So you think this is Chelsea Clinton? Why do y'all need so much money to feed kids, bro? When I was in school, we got like processed ass pizza and chicken wings, bro. Didn't nobody care about us until old Michael showed up and changed the food standards and made everybody gay.
Paid by the state for those meals, but they just pocketed the cash. Bach, who's looking at 30 years behind bars, tells me the state signed off on those businesses, not her.
It all went through a process. They were all approved. They were all paid by the state, yet all the fingers are being pointed at me.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And it's not just Bach. Whistleblowers told a congressional committee Minnesota Governor Tim Waltz and Attorney General Keith Ellison there ignored warnings for years as millions of dollars and millions were stolen on their watch. Congress is investigating a long list of massive fraud schemes in the state. It's hard to keep up. Prosecutors say it's led to at least $9 billion.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, boy, the Mormons be doing the best journalism, bro. We got Nick Shirley. You got the other dude on YouTube. The Mormons can really dig, man. They're just something, aren't they?
$1 billion in fraud, Dana, and counting. Congress also asking why the Attorney General there would meet with a group of Somali fraudsters, which were under FBI investigation in 2021. The group can be heard in an audio clip given to us by Bach's lawyer, offering to donate to his campaign if he can help them get their funding flowing again. Ellison denies any wrongdoing here. He's
the American dream, dude. I think at this rate, we should all just embrace fraud. We should all just do it. Live off the government, Go open up some daycares, put your kids in it, and just be like, I need $10 million a year to feed these bastards.
Slammed Bach in a statement to Fox, calling her a liar and manipulator, adding now she's on a media tour to deflect her guilt onto others instead of finally taking responsibility for this fraud scheme that she ran. So we reached out to Governor Waltz too, Dana. He didn't get back to us. House Republicans say it's just getting started. They want.
He's too busy hanging on to the fence talking about what he did for China. I was out there with China, and I told him, my son. That boy Tiny Tim, Tampon Tim, what are you doing? You getting jugged by these damn Somalians, brother?
Yes, it's working, yes!
Casting spells on Somalians. Maybe that's how we do it. Maybe we just turn the ICE agents into witch doctors.
Excuse me, ladies, do you know me? My name is Mr. Ile. I've been sent by your ancestors to cast a spell on you.
I'm Shamalamadui. You know, black people are real superstitious, you know what I mean? Especially the Africans.
Do you know the spell? I've been sent to cast a spell on you people. Ile.
I got it. Yeah, bro, contact Trump. We can literally dress the ICE agents up as Shaka Zulu, bro, and cast spells. I'm Shamalamadui.
Excuse me?
The spell.
Excuse me?
Ile.
Yes.
Yes. It's working. Yes, it's working. Yes.
Hey, oh my God, Trump. Christy Noem, take notes.
Always Somali men traveling in pairs. And they got through the checkpoint. And it just really absolutely blew my mind the first time you open a suitcase and you see millions of dollars of cash.
Obviously, this seems suspicious, if not alarming, given what seems to be a pattern here. So you're talking about millions of dollars flying out of Minneapolis. And
You mean to tell me that a 3-letter agency that's federally funded is allowing illegal fraud money to be peddled through the airports to go to Africa to build kingdoms and huts for a bunch of ungrateful Somalis that think that they deserve to be in this country? I don't think none of that's true. I think you're lying.
Is that right?
So it certainly seemed like it happened every week. The suitcases came in, and it was always, the MO was always 2 Somalian men traveling in pairs. Sometimes they both had suitcases. And so the process was, as a TSA agent, we would pull the bag, and then we'd bring them to a private screening room. And we would open the suitcase and make sure that that's all it was stacks of cash.
Hell yeah. Imagine an American doing that. That wouldn't be suspicious.
A Leo would come and maybe question them and for sure take a picture of their identification and I'm assuming their plane ticket, I'm not sure. So there is a trail out. It has to be documented somewhere, and all the cameras in the airport, I would imagine if they'd like to find all this cash, they should start at the airport.
Good luck. We don't charge people in our country for crimes, especially when they're government officials. Just let it go. You're not gonna get it.
In Michigan! And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House! Ah!